Hi, I'm Sonia Showalter. Today I want to talk about the different linens that I like to embroider on and show you where you can find them. All right, the first one I'd like to talk about, or the first company, is cottoncreations.com. You've seen a lot of these towels on the website because I embroider on these quite a bit. And you've seen really up close and personal photos also. This latest alphabet is being stitched on a towel from cottoncreations.com, the woodland alphabet. So let me tell you about these towels. These are actually flour sack towels, but this is their premium towel. They have a basic and they have a premium, and it just the premium's a little bit better quality and a tighter weave. It's just a really nice cotton to stitch on. So this is what I use, is their premium quality. This one is the 22 by 36, but I have embroidered on the 28 by 29. There's a 28 or 29 by 36. There's a 20 by 20, which is a napkin, and they're all in the premium weight. If you were making the hair wraps, which I also use these for. The hair wrap is that design I came out with that you can stitch on the edge of the towel. And if you look it up on our website, hair wrap, I think it's filigree hair wrap, you'll see the specifics on that. But basically it's for wrapping your hair after you wash it. Instead of using a bath towel where you have to maneuver it while you're trying to get dressed or do your makeup, that kind of thing, you would use this as your hair wrap, and because it's light as a feather, it doesn't fall off and you can forget it's there. It'll absorb a lot of water, and if I leave it on a little too long, it'll actually, my hair will be almost dry by the time I take it out an hour later. So it's just, I love the hair wrap. I don't want to call myself a genius, but it is a brilliant idea, I think. It's kind of a play on the little terry towels you can get at the drugstore. Hey, I didn't invent it, but I kind of invented doing it on your embroidery machine, which is really cool, really simple, and it makes really nice gifts. So for the hair wrap, I do use the 22 by 36, which is, and I've also used the 28 by 29, which is more squared, obviously. But this one has turned out to be my favorite for the hair wrap because it can be used on short hair and longer hair like mine. It actually works really well because it adds a few more inches to the part that wraps around the bottom of your hair. So anyway, look it up, and I hope you try those out. Those hair wraps are fun. So Cotton Creations for the really nice flour sack towels in various sizes, premium. All right, next up are these cotton towels that you also are probably familiar with. They're all over the internet. A lot of people use these. These come from allaboutblanks.com. Now, they have different styles, different colors. They have a huge variety of towels, so I think you'll find something you like there. These are also 100% cotton. And I haven't said this, but none of these towels that I'm discussing today, I pre-wash. These all happen to wash up really nicely. And then just a matter of pressing them while they're still damp, and some, they don't even, I'll tell you more about that, some don't even need much more than just a little touch up with the iron if you want to really make them pristine, but they look really great anyway without ironing. The flour sack towel looks amazing even without pressing. I forgot to mention that earlier, but I want to tell you that they come out really nice. So these like I said, come in different colors. These little dots are actually embroidered little dots. That's the way they come. And she has those in different colors as well. And I think you've seen the little bird, my little chickadee. And I think this is the pearls and roses alphabet on this one that I think you've seen as well. If you haven't, here you go. So that's all about blanks.com. I want to tell you that this video on YouTube, we will post all the links beneath the video. So make sure and look for those there. All right, the other place I get my towels from are, it's from Embroider This. Okay, so a lot of you have been asking me in particular about this one because Angie Cumby also uses a huck towel, and I can tell you I get mine from Embroider This. Here's the huck towel. This is not a waffle weave towel. It's got that little bit of a diamond kind of pattern on it. Let me see if you can see it up close. Okay, with the hem stitch, and the hem stitching is on both sides. And these are on the smaller side, so it's kind of a fingertip towel. It's bigger than a fingertip towel, but it's definitely not as big as some of the other guest towels. But it still makes a nice gift. These are 16.5 inches by, let me see, this one is 21.5. I'm not sure what the dimensions are on the website. I can tell you that they do vary in length a little bit. They're not real consistent, but you know, if you order a dozen of them, you can, and you really need, it's important to have a pair that are identical. You could, you know, just pick out two that are the same and use those for your gift, if that's an important thing to you at that moment. Otherwise, you really can't tell by just doing a few. Here's the raspberries on here. And I have a close-up of this on the Facebook site. And this is the huck towel, all right? There we go. That gives you an idea. When you hold it, it helps for you to visualize what that would look like if you were holding it, what the actual size is, as opposed to just giving you dimensions. All right, and here's the other you've seen up close. The pine cone. And I really do like the way these embroider. I do not pre-wash these either. I really don't pre-wash towels, okay? And if it's a new product to me, I'll just embroider it and hope for the best and wash them and see what happens afterwards. And if I have to start pre-washing towels, then I just won't buy those anymore. Embroider This also has a 100, this one is cotton. Just want to make sure you know that. This is 100% cotton, the huck towel. Now they do have a 100% linen towel, which is this one. And this one is a little bit nicer length, I think. So I love the huck and I love embroidering on that, but I think I like this one for the overall finish towel. It's a little bit longer. It's 5-6 inches longer. So this is a 26-inch towel. The width is the same, which is 16.5 inches. Yes, 16.5 inches wide, but it's, you know, quite a bit longer. So, and this one embroiders really nicely. It washes up really nicely too. And I use the same process for all the towels. Starch and press and hoop and slide the tearaway under the hoop before I start the machine, and that's it. And then you mist it with water and, for the final pressing at the end. I don't use the starch again. The starch is basically to reinforce the fibers so that they can take that hooping and the, you know, tugging on it. although it's tugging gently to take up the slack inside the hoop, the starch helps to reinforce the fabric so that it can stand up to that. So, and I've got a video on our website talking about how to avoid puckers, and I cover that. So if you haven't seen that one, you might want to consider that. This is the giving basket, which was one of the designs that I created for Arte Italica, their dinnerware. And Crown Linens does sell some of their linens with this embroidered on it. It's really beautiful if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, so this is the linen towel from Embroider This. All right, now I want to talk about 100% linen, which is my favorite, which is what this was. But now let me tell you, if I'm going to make my own towels, which I have done, and sometimes I have napkins that I've made, if I'm going to use linen fabric, I order my linen fabric from Fabrics, which is plural. That's Fabrics Fabrics-store.com. I just want to be clear. Gary's laughing at me. I just want to be clear. And we will add links when we post this video on YouTube. So if you're watching this video, go to YouTube. If you're on our website, you can find all the links under the video on YouTube. So I promise we will post all the links to all these different websites. So fabricstore.com is where I get my 100% linen. They have it in different weights. My favorite is 5.3. I've also used the 7.1. It depends on the time of day and what year. I might give you a different favorite. Although I'm starting to really love the heavier linens, even the 7.1. And I think it's 7.1. And I think I've ordered one that's 8 something ounces. I'm not sure if that's per pound or per yard or how, but that's the designation, 5.3 ounces or 8.1 or 7.1, something like that. So just try different ones. And that website has fantastic linens, and they have the best prices. And if you order, I think it's $150, the shipping will be free, which is what I try to do because linen is very heavy. So that's really my recommendation. If you can save up for a larger order, do that, because then you don't have to pay for the shipping. But on average, I have paid for shipping before when I didn't really need so much, and I can tell you it comes out to about $1 per yard. It's kind of a ballpark figure, but because like I said, the linen has different weights for different, so a yard of this and a yard of that might vary if there's 2 different types of linen. But generally speaking, I kind of have guided myself by my previous orders. It comes out to about $1 per yard of the linen, which is still a great price because I haven't found linen, even at $1 more per yard, it's still a fantastic price. So there you go, fabricstore.com. All right, the last ones I wanted to show you are these beautiful Provence towels from Crown Linen Designs. Now they do sell embroidered linens, but they have a few towels that are blanks, and this is one of them. And it's Provence, Provence, not Providence or Province. It's I fell in love with these towels the first time I saw them. There's something so charming about this little ruffled raw edge ruffle on there. I'm getting tongue-tied. I love these. They're so pretty, and they're a nice generous size. They're 30 inches long, and they're 17, hold on. I wrote it down somewhere, but I have a ruler here just in case okay, it's 17.5 inches wide, 30 inches long. Now this is a buttery linen. It's a heavier thread in the weave. So I had to test these out before I could order a large quantity. I wanted to make sure they embroidered nicely. Sometimes if the weave is a little rough, then you don't have enough fabric to support the stitching prettily in a pretty way, I guess I should say. You can embroider it, but it needs to look nice. To me, it needs to come out looking nice. So I just wanted to make sure that there was a tight enough weave there to support the stitching and all that. And I didn't want to have to use a topper, which I've done before if I have something that's a little bit on the rough side. If it's really rustic and lots of holes, I'll put solvay on top, just like you do with the terry towel, to help the stitches have something to form around in a uniform way, so it makes it prettier that way. But I purposely didn't add a topper to this because I really wanted to see how it would perform without additional steps. And it did beautifully. I am so happy with the way these came out. And I did wash one of them to see how it would hold up with the embroidery and everything. Now, I only embroider my designs, so I'm not reviewing this for stitching other designs from other companies. They could work great too, but you may want to just, try it out before you decide that it's going to work. I don't know. I'm just talking about my digitizing. I just, I washed, or I had Gary's my behind the scenes hero who does a lot of our chores, and he'll do stuff for me while I'm up here working. I'll just order a load of laundry or a load of fabrics that need to be pre-washed or whatever, and he does it for me. So it really saves me from leaving my office to do something else and losing my focus if I'm designing or testing or whatever it is I'm doing. So thank you, babe. He's my hero, and he'll cook lunch for me or dinner or whatever, and it's just, without him, I couldn't do it. And then he offers awesome customer support to help you all when you have trouble with your accounts. So we thank you. I'm going to go ahead and thank him for you as well. I know you're grateful to him. Okay, back to these. So I had him throw one of these in with some fabric I needed to pre-wash, and I asked him to let me know when it was ready to go in the dryer, because I wanted to put it in for 5 minutes and be standing by to take it out. Because if you leave linen, now I don't know what would happen with this one, but if you leave linen to dry completely in the dryer, a lot of times it'll just get mangled and it'll dry that way, all scrunched up or with a big crease in it or something. So I wanted to just put them in the dryer for 5 minutes, take them out, lay them out, and see how they looked. So anyway, that's exactly what I did. I don't have that other towel with me, but it came out almost identical to this. Almost exactly as flat as it went in. And it didn't shrink a bit. It didn't shrink a bit. So the measurements are still true, it's still squared up, and I'm just telling you, I laid it on the table. I put something to protect the table because the towel was damp. But I just laid it flat on the table, and I kind of patted it down to make sure, nothing was bubbling or anything. And I mean, it was almost completely flat, and it dried totally flat. And I was just so thrilled. I wanted to be able to report back to you on what would happen after washing these. So these, okay, this is a Provence towel. They do have napkins with the raw edge like this that are the same fabric. They're also Provence. And they have this other towel, notice the hem. This one actually has a hem rather than a ruffle, and it's got a generous hem on the bottom. I think that might be 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. I think it's 2 inches. but it's the same fabric and everything, and the same buttery softness. It's just, I love it. And then on the other end, they have a little loop for hanging, which is attention to little details. I love that. So these are pricier towels than you're probably used to getting, than I've been used to getting. But oh my goodness, they would make incredible wedding gifts or something really special, especially with the holidays coming. Now's the time to start working on your projects. So you can get these at crownlinendesigns.com, or if you have a business, you can get them wholesale through faire.com, and that's FAIRE.com. And I think you're gonna love these. If you decide to try them, you might get addicted to them. This video will be living on YouTube, and we will go ahead and add all the links down below. So if you're watching this now, you are on YouTube, or can get to YouTube through our website, and find all the links to all of these designs or all of these websites, so that you too can get yourself some really nice linens. Well, thank you for watching, and we will be seeing you again soon.